All right, it is 6:02 and I will call the Town of Mancos Board of Trustees public meeting to order, and will we all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes. Mayor Cindy Simpson?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Brett McWhorter?
Here.
Trustee Nick Manning?
Yes.
Trustee David Payne?
Here.
Trustee Daniel Henning?
Here.
Trustee Andreas Esparza?
Here.
Trustee Corey Jabor?
All right. Next item is approval of the agenda. And I would entertain a motion in a second.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented by staff.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, it is approved. All right, so the next item is audience business, and I have little things to read here. Senate Bill 24-131 prohibits firearms in public buildings with the exception of law enforcement. All people wishing to address the board shall do so from the podium provided in the boardroom, and all comments will be directed to the board. Public comments regarding items not on the agenda shall be limited to 5 minutes per person unless part of a formal presentation that we've requested. Public comments regarding public hearing items on the agenda will be limited to 3 minutes per person at the time the item comes up on the agenda. Special presentations of items not on the agenda shall be limited to 5 minutes. The board will appoint a timekeeper. All people from the podium shall clearly and audibly state their name, physical address, and the town business topic they wish to speak about prior to starting their comments. And that's to give the town clerk time to record the information in the minutes. No person shall be allowed to speak until recognized by the mayor. Recognition accepted at the meeting shall be provided in the board packet for the next meeting if necessary. We have one person who has signed up to speak, so that person will go first. Mark Worth.
Good afternoon, Honorable Mayor and respected council people or trustees. Anyone on your wonderful organization today?
We can check.
So either on your first or second page, you'll see a picture that looks like this. This one here is where the water was measured. So the water came out of the ponds until the last renovation and went through this box. This box allowed water to be returned to the river and measured after that so that they could get exactly your 1.4 CFS. And then from there it went underground and came out at this second picture here. This second picture here allowed excess water to pour out, the unused water noted in the easement. Without this, the box would have flooded and you would not have been able to measure the water. I want to spend a moment here talking about my request for a firefighter. I've got good friends up in Washington right now that are threatened by the Verdone fire. Ward and Deb are about 1 mile away from the fire front. Mary Ann and Franklin, the fire actually surrounded their house, but their house was saved as of yesterday. There was close to a road, and the firemen were able to back run around the house without burning it down. That happened, I think, 3 days ago now. The last one is John Hadley. His house is on the leading edge of the fire, and he's touch and go. The fire's been right within, it's on his property within 200 yards of his house. But it hasn't moved in the last 2 days, so I think he's probably going to be okay. The reason I bring that up is because I'm asking for a fire hydrant as part of our one-way negotiation here. A fire hydrant's not going to make a really big difference if there's a wildfire in the summertime. Probably about 5-minute difference between being able to tie into a fire hydrant right away immediately versus driving over to the ponds and dropping hose into the pond and pumping out of the pond. In the wintertime, though, there would probably be at least a 20-minute difference in time. I was talking with your employees out on property this morning when they were coming to check on the water, and they talked about chopping through 4 inches of ice on that pond. Having volunteer firemen out there at night in the wintertime chopping through ice seems like an unnecessary risk when I'd be happy to install a fire hydrant. The 3/4 inch tap will give me significantly more water available. I own a significant piece of property, and there are large burn piles that would cover your desk and cover me. Having something other than a well available when I'm burning those piles would be very helpful. I'm extremely cautious of fire. The #1 fire in the nation about 12 years ago came towards our house in Oregon. The only fire break between that fire that stretched for 25 miles was about 100 yards from our house. 15 acres of our property would have been backburned the next day if the weather hadn't changed and rain came in. I would really appreciate some help being able to address a fire out there in your watershed. A fire in that forest will have significant impact on your water. A little bit of help with the road. If you guys were to be willing to donate a couple hours of truck time, 2 hours of truck time, we could probably put 2 inches of gravel on that road that you use every 50 years. So I'm going to be putting a lot more than that into it. It's just a small contribution for me. Thank you very much for your time. There's another copy. So you guys chat on it for the meeting. So.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak? All right. Then I will close the audience business portion of our agenda, and the next item is Montezuma County Commission update, and Gerald is not here. So we'll move along to announcements. Heather, you want to?
I have a couple, just a couple. If you don't use your town issued tablet, when you return it to us, we pay per device, and we NetForce can tell when people log in and use their tablets, and there are a couple that haven't been used in months. So if you're not using them, would you return them to us so that we can update them? Either decommission them non-able or issue them to someone to a new one. Metastasis this weekend, as you all know, so the final revised sign-up sheet is in there. We do have one new degree that we maybe need to fill. I don't know if someone can pick that up. Corey, Trustee DeBoer had it, but he's held up to the fire, so I don't know if he's going to be here this weekend.
So you talking about for Saturday morning or for Saturday?
It's Saturday from noon to 3.
Yeah, so because I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. The parade is 10 a.m.
On Saturday,
On
so
Saturday.
you can't do 9 to.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I must not have been
Do
thinking.
you want to do noon to 3?
But yeah, I could. That's what I was thinking too. And then maybe we started just noon to 8 both days.
It doesn't go till 8 anymore. It only goes till 6.
Okay, so then
Noon to 6.
if we're just missing the mornings, then maybe we could do noon to 6 both days at least.
So we have, all we have left is a 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday that is slot, that we need filled. So if not, we can put out flyers. You know, it's up to you guys.
What was the one, sorry, what was the one that you proposed?
Saturday night.
Saturday morning now, 9 to noon. So if that slot stays empty, then, staff will come in and we'll put out flyers and stuff at least, so people can take them. And then it'll be there from noon to 3. So what I'll do is, if somebody thinks they can do Saturday at 9 to noon, let me know. I will update this and send it out to you all again, so that you know when your slots and stuff are.
Thank you.
And then we have 3 submissions for public art to the creative district, so that item will be on your August 13th agenda. Once the creative district has reviewed them and put their presentation together, I will put that in the August 13th packet for you all. And then an administrative assistant, a part-time administrative assistant, will be starting at the front desk 3 days a week. And then law enforcement clerk will be starting over in the new marshal's office. So once staff has finalized all of the required pre-employment items, we will ask them to come to the board so that we can meet them. They're non-certified, non-post-certified, but we will still be introduced to them. So. And that is all we have for you this day. Anybody else has any questions?
Anybody on the board? Okay.
Ramps look good.
I'm sorry?
The ramps look good.
Yeah, that project is coming along.
Everything will be turned out tomorrow, with the exception of some concrete infrastructure items that are on Mesa back that will be blocked off CDOT or more.
They already did.
We'll barrier them off.
They've got barriers around it.
Because those concrete pieces of infrastructure are too large. Manholes and storm drains, so they're blocked off, but all of the construction activity, there will be none for Vegas days, and then they'll resume again. Terry's done an amazing job of keeping that going, and they're actually ahead of schedule. About a month? Almost 2 months ahead of schedule.
Wow.
Well, it is, we have to look at it a little bit at planning commission. It's very hard when your tourism season and your construction season are short and at the same time. So, Terry and CDOT and Morton have done a great job of trying to keep it in, and so, yeah.
Maybe related to that, at some point, once the project is all finished, I think a heartfelt appreciation from the town to them for being that far ahead of schedule is huge. I think we don't want to slow them down, but we do want to recognize like almost 2 months ahead is massive.
Well, and I'd say to our local businesses too for being
Hanging in there.
flexible.
Yeah, I think so. I think this project was needed. It's ahead of schedule, and they are doing an amazing job.
So maybe a resolution of thanks to CDOT, Morton Electric, and local businesses.
Absolutely.
I will make sure that gets on the future agenda.
Sweet. Great idea. All right. Next item then is our consent agenda, and the items on the consent agenda are approval of the minutes of July 9, 2025, and Mancos Conservation District update. I would entertain a motion in a second.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion in 2 seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you. Moving along, discussion and action items. The first one is Stray Dog doing business as Moondog Cafe, their liquor license renewal. Mercedes?
Yes, so their retail liquor license will renew on September 26th, early, which I really appreciate. And they have, which you guys have seen in your packet, sorry. They've had no violations in the past 12 months, and the marshal's office does not have any objections.
Okay, all right. Is anybody here from there? No? Okay, all right. I would entertain any discussion? Okay, didn't think so, but I didn't want to run right through it. I would entertain a motion in a second then.
I'll make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve Stray Dog LLC DBA Moondog Cafe Retail Liquor License Renewal and authorize the deputy clerk to submit the renewal application to the Department of Revenue.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Brett McWhorter.
Aye.
Trustee Nick Manning.
Aye.
Trustee David Payton.
Aye.
Trustee Daniel Hennick.
Aye.
Trustee Andres Esparza.
All right, next item is Durango Culinary Concepts, DBA The Boathouse on Grand, liquor license renewal. Mercedes.
Again, they submitted their renewal, which expires, their liquor license expires on September 4th. No violations in the past 12 months, and the use marshal's office doesn't have any objections.
All right, anybody from there want to talk?
No.
No? Did you have something, John?
I'll let that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I know, he was meandering, which is unusual. All right, then any discussion? No? Okay. I would entertain a motion in a second then.
Make a motion to approve Durango Culinary Concepts LLC, DBA The Boathouse on Grand Retail Liquor License Renewal and authorize the deputy clerk to submit the renewal application to the Department of Revenue.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem Brett McWhorter.
Aye.
Trustee Nick Manning.
Aye.
Trustee David Payton.
Aye.
Trustee Daniel Hennick.
Aye.
Trustee Andres Esparza.
All right, next item is Pioneer Plaza Noise Exemption 2025 Mancus Days. Justin?
This is the staff report the board requested, and I can answer any questions based on the staff report. And then also the owners of the business and who requested the closure of Pioneer Plaza is here for any questions as well.
Okay, any questions? Any discussion, comments, concerns? Heather? Nothing? Okay.
So if the board's okay with it, based on the ordinances that I gave you, I think you just need to do a noise exemption for the time that you set, which based on discussions, they'll be done outside. Tim, is your plan?
The band that comes, you talking about the band?
Yeah.
The last band will show up at 9:30, not 9:30, so they should be done before 10:30.
So I'd say 11:30 to be safe on your variance,
Mm-hmm.
or midnight.
Our staff report has
Yourself.
11:50.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That works.
yeah.
I think that's fine.
All right.
Sorry, I'm going off the cuff. I didn't remember what I all put in there. So.
It's okay. Just a few things to keep in mind. All right, thank you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Any other discussion, questions? All right, well, seeing that nobody else wants to question anything, I would entertain a motion in a second.
I make a motion to exempt Pioneer Plaza from the noise ordinance July 25th through 27th, 2025 from 12 p.m. to 11:59.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Brett McWhorter.
Aye.
Trustee Nick Manning.
Aye.
Trustee David Payton.
Aye.
Trustee Daniel Hennick.
Aye.
Trustee Andres Esparza.
Next item is tree board appointment ratification.
Patty Harper is a long-time member of the tree board, and her term was expiring, so the tree board at their last meeting did request reappointment of Patty to the tree board, and she's willing to serve. So I did include the information from our code with regard to tree board appointments in case anybody had any questions. And if you ratify her reappointment, her term will expire in 2028.
Okay.
And there is still a vacancy on the tree board. So if you know of anybody who's interested in meeting once 3 times a year, I believe, for the tree board, please send them our way.
Do they have to live in town or can they live in county?
All of the current members live in town limits, so I believe there is one opening, but they must live in the A132 cakes and
Mhm.
Yeah.
And this is the only committee that the town has where someone can live out of town. By statute and law, the Board of Trustees and the Planning Commission must live within town limits, not outside of town. So, yeah, this is the one committee that allows a member from outside of town.
I have a question. How long has Patty been on the tree board? Do you know?
At least 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
She was on there when I changed positions.
Okay.
And that was in 2017.
Okay.
So it's at least.
Yeah. Because I know we have quite a lot of longevity with the tree board.
All of our tree board members now have been on there for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
So we have some good historical knowledge there.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a new member,
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 new members. But those, they are committed, they do a great job, they take it seriously. We have a very good tree board.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we should send them thank you cards or something for service.
I shovel her driveway, so.
Yeah. That's awful nice of you. Yes.
I'm pretty heavy. So
All right. Okay. All right. Any further discussion? I would entertain a motion in a second.
I'll make a motion to reappoint Patty Harpham to the tree board.
Second.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Brett Whitworker.
Aye.
Trustee Nicholas Manning. Trustee David Payton.
Aye.
Trustee Daniel Henning.
Aye.
Trustee Andres Esparza.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. The next item is Planning Commission appointment ratification. David is recusing himself.
And I want to apologize, the last interview, I had the change of your hair, so it was after the meeting, like 3 o'clock in the morning, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Laura is David's wife.
Yes.
So, all right. So,
You can take it, you let the meeting.
all right. Yeah, so the Planning Commission discussed the appointment. They decided to appoint Laura, and they kind of gave Ed Hallam the choice of did he want to become a regular member or continue on as an alternate. And he said that he would like to be a regular member. And so if you so choose, you would be appointing, as you can see in the recommendation, Laura Bierbauer as an alternate member of the Minkus Planning Commission.
And they do need to make a motion to appoint Ed Hallam as a regular member, which that needs to be included in the motion.
Yes. Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns? All right. I would entertain a motion in a second.
Make a motion to appoint Ed Hallam as a regular member of the Mancus Planning Commission and appoint Laura Bierbauer as an alternate member of the Mancus Planning Commission.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Brett Whitworker.
Aye.
Trustee Nick Manning.
Aye.
Trustee Daniel Henning.
Aye.
Trustee Andres Esparza.
Aye.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations. You can let David back in. Or make David come back in.
So at your next planning commission meeting, we'll be here at the office, we'll have a tablet for you in front of you and all those. And we'll reach out in the meantime, we will call you to remind you when the next meeting is, since you won't have access to that unless you want to come. But we'll be together with you after Memphis days, and we'll figure it out.
All right. Next item is My Town AI.
So, we've all been testing this for a while, staff's been testing it, and then we gave the board an opportunity to test it out. Currently, My Town AI is for Memphis, is specific for Memphis, and the main intended use today is for land use questions, planning and zoning questions, building inspection questions. However, we have spoken with them about adding additional information so that that particular AI program, again, specific to Vegas itself, would and can be expanded to include board meetings, staff reports, grant applications, planning commission meetings, minutes, ordinances, agendas. We can give them master plans. We can give them as much Vegas-centric information as we want to, and they will build out the Vegas database. And it is available, or will be if we choose to go in this direction, it will be available to the public. Admin will have a little bit more, obviously we'll have a more robust version, because we'll be able to log in. But if a developer wanted to know, this section of the zoning map, what do I need to do? It would be specific to Vegas. Right now, a lot of people, what you see, or what I see, is a lot of people will send me AI information, but it's not Vegas specific. So I have to be like, well, that's amazing, but no, our code says something different.
But that's Aspen.
Exactly. So if we choose to go in this direction, then when people contact the town, or again, directly on the front of our website, make it specific, here we go here, try it, ask these questions, do so it's up to the board at this point if we want to kind of expand the use and that kind of thing. If you are inclined to do that, I would ask for 2 seats for admin.
Is a seat license? Okay.
Yes. So right now there's 1 seat for the board. I don't know that we need a seat for the board. Like, I think that once it's on the website, you guys can ask for questions, and if there's anything that couldn't be asked publicly, it should probably be talked about in the meeting, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would ask if you want to move in this direction, that we go with tier 2 at this point, and then 2 seats for admin staff.
Yeah. And do we or will we have a disclaimer saying that if there's any difference between the AI version and our actual laws?
Yes.
If the laws
that's
take
my concern
precedent?
as well, is people taking AI for truth, and it's good, but I played around with it.
Well, this should be grounded, though.
It is.
You can make it so it's not going to, you
It's
reduce
not
its
pulling
temperature.
something else.
And so, yeah, it won't extrapolate, it'll just answer based on the
It also
document.
citates, and it gives citations to anything that it gives you information for. So then you can click on that, it will take you to the code and show you that citation as well.
That's really cool.
That's been my experience with every question that I've asked.
Mhm.
Doing this beta testing, when I put the question and it gives me the answer, and then it gives me the code citation.
Yeah, that's pretty good, that's pretty decent with it too, yeah.
It says your zoning map, or so, but I will absolutely, I still do think that there should be some type of disclaimer that says, we do our, again, whatever legal disclaimer it happens to be.
Yeah.
We're doing our best, but you need to contact town staff or town code to express this or whatever legal comes up with.
How do they handle the maintenance of it, if we're going, so right now we're not doing minutes yet, but that's functionality that they're opening up. Who then is we're gonna have somebody uploading minutes as we go, or we're sending it in, we give it to them and they're gonna build it in as we go, or how does that work?
They will go to what will happen is the first level is them automatically checking their website. And then the second level, or if they have any questions.
So they're gonna scrape our website and pull it in?
Yes.
Okay.
Or if there's anything out of the ordinary, then we would deal directly with their tech. A benefit, in my opinion, is that because, excuse me, this is not a huge organization yet, we get to deal directly with their techs and directly with the owner, and we're still dealing directly with them. So if we get it on the ground floor, we get that quicker response and a more personal relationship. It's not a big company that's already established.
And Nicole said that she would come down and meet us at some point too, because she's out of Colorado. So.
She is, why do I keep losing it?
Netherlands.
I keep wanting to say
She's the mayor pro tem of Netherlands.
And she actually created this using her because she's like, I don't have questions.
Yeah, she's mayor pro tem up there, I think, right now.
So, and she did offer to come, and I said, hold on, let me see if there's an appetite to keep working and moving forward with this, and if there is, let us get your budget. And she said, no problem. So,
Yeah, I think
eventually
it's,
we can either have her in person or we can.
yeah.
I mean, but if it saves 6 hours a month, it's worth it, so I think it's more than worth it, and, because it'll definitely save
Well,
that, I think.
the thing I really liked with it was the map that's on there as well. It was showing the map of the town, and you could click on individual lots and stuff, and then ask questions based off of that. So you could get specific information, and I think that's a benefit to citizens as well.
Yeah, and yes, and
Thank you.
since the county does our GIS, how does that loop in so that the AI has the most up-to-date information?
We haven't pulled that in yet. If there comes a time to do that for infrastructure questions, then we'll figure that out. But Carrie has access to, is it called ArcGIS?
ArcGIS? Yeah.
So because we share that with the county, Doug is the absolute expert in that software and that kind of thing. But we do have access to that. So if, right now we're asking for 2 seats, as we expand, I would foresee sometime in the next 12 to 24 months, a seat for each department head. Right now, we're just asking for 2 to make sure that it works the way we think it is. It's one thing to beta test and stuff.
Yeah, phase 1.
Yeah.
You know, it's done a great job. But I would imagine that once we are familiar with it, and I'm not calling them going, wait, what do I do? Where do I do this? How do I log in? That kind of thing. Then I would imagine that we would need a seat for each one of our departments. That would be that's how I see that long term going.
Yeah.
As we add all this information to it, I think that eventually.
Yeah, and which is good to know, and I think you're right. I guess what I'm asking is, how do we ensure that we get regular uploads or whatever into the AI from the county GIS system? Because as people record new deeds, housing sale, you know, like they sell things,
So we don't have access, we don't have admin access to that type of information. We go to the same website that the public uses to do a property record search. And we have the same access and the same information that any member of the public has. So
a disclaimer should probably note that as well.
Yes.
Just to make sure.
But as far as our infrastructure, our water lines, our mains, our sewer mains, our manholes, that kind of thing, Terry has access to real-time information, and we would share that with my town.
Cool.
Well, if I set up to do the same thing, like they're doing their website, they'll scrape.
Probably just do an API.
And then, just one other thing that I wanted to add too is now, as we're looking at the value of this, you should ask them if they are looking into speaker identification and transcripting, because that would then allow you to have an actual record. You could just say, hey, who said what? What was talked about in this issue? It could give you really granular level detail, which not necessarily something we could do right away, but as we phase through adding AI tools and you're working with them so closely, I think that's something that if there's not already on the radar, it would be something they should be thinking about as, a big value add for, hey, how did this conversation go or that conversation? And you just have it right there all the time.
And that would be super helpful rather than having to go back and watch a YouTube video to figure out this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And it was before this and after this, and
It's like Microsoft Teams already does that, identifies the speaker, and
yeah.
But I mean, so there's some setup. If they're doing it, it could make it a lot easier on us tech-wise.
So the resource impact, if we stay with 2 seats, then it's like $22.80 per year. And there's a $1,000 onboarding support package.
Yes,
Okay, and that's a one-time,
and that's one time.
okay.
Vote no on documents.
Yeah, setting it up.
Okay. All right.
Sounds pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And I will say, it's been very nice for me to go in. I ran something through ChatGPT today, which is awesome, but it was it would be very nice to be able to run something through Makeis that says, here are all the previous, look at all the previous versions
Mhm.
and summarize this and get rid of duplicates or something. Make it specific. Because, I mean, ChatGPT can do that, but it's not, first of all, not all of those versions are on our website right now, whereas they will load
Yeah, consistency.
all the information onto our website, and this will look at only Makeis. I don't care about
Yeah.
what other municipalities do on this. For this specific one, I only want Makeis.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is very,
Thank you for like keeping your eye open for it and, you know,
I have to
jumping
say,
on it.
Jason started this.
Okay.
He heard about it, he met someone in his economic development endeavors,
Mhm.
and then, when he came back, I was like, this is.
Yeah.
So, it has been very, very helpful.
Yeah.
And honestly, for $2,300 a year, eventually, like I said, grant applications, staff reports, having that history, all of our ordinances, all of our minutes,
Mhm.
for both the board and the planning commission and the tree board minutes. It would be very helpful.
Mhm.
Right now, anything prior to, I think it's 2014, we're in the records room looking through pages of paper going, when did they talk about that? Do you remember?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, nobody remembers except me, and now I'm losing it.
We just had it more than 6 hours.
Yeah,
Sounds
when
like.
it was like,
Yeah.
me, Georgette, and Leslie, one of us knew.
Right.
Now it's just me, I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So, it would be very helpful to have them all.
Yeah, for
all
sure.
in place. You know?
Yeah, sounds like money well spent.
All right. Any further questions, comments, concerns?
The only thing,
Oh, go ahead.
because I use it for work as well. We're having a lot of these discussions as well of what it's doing to people's critical thinking and output. And I think there's a certain component of, I love the tool, environmental devastation impact aside, it's an amazing tool. That's just the future. But there's a lot of training that needs to go alongside it for staff and people who are going to use it in a professional setting. Because, you know, on my end, I see stuff that is clearly AI generated just being presented as original. Educators are seeing it too.
Mhm.
And I think there's a certain amount of training of using it as a tool to help us be more effective versus not having to write that email.
Calculator effect.
Yeah, and I think if we can, as a town, make sure that we are using this in the best way, not just not having to work as many hours, I think we all win. But if we all slowly lose our critical reasoning skills and writing and communication skills, that's the dark hole I don't want to go down.
And I 100% agree with you. I'm leaving it, I'm gonna say it. Today is the absolute first day that I uploaded a document to AI and asked it to do anything. I am old school. And while I may go in and play around and ask questions, I have a very hard time relying on not my brain to do things. So I can tell you, I will use it, and department heads will use it for the type of thing I was talking about, rather than having to go into the records room and scroll through 10 years of minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, hey, when did they talk about this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of internal, because that takes so much time from an admin standpoint. When was this building permit issued? And this is all long term. It's going to take them a while to get all of our information on. But that's where, that's the direction that I am going in, and the department heads going. From the public facing side, it is absolutely going to help them. Of course, we can't tell them to use their critical thinking skills, but super helpful, again, when we have development, commercial development, when someone has a question about when was this election and how did they pass that, you know what I mean, but from an internal standpoint. I ask good questions, don't get me wrong, but I have a very hard time.
Yeah.
I have a hard time trusting.
I hear you. Yeah, well, and with good reason, because there are a lot of people who are in a lot of trouble. And, you know,
And my husband, he's a professor of Regis, and they run all of their stuff through those.
mm,
Well,
And he's
that's-
actually the one who told me that. But yeah, I agree with you. I can't make promises for my successors, but
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Well, and one of the reasons I like this system is that it is grounded. It doesn't have access to the internet. It's just all based off of our documents.
mhm.
So it gives it more credence to only taking what's there.
And we're still going to have to review. It's still going to be reviewed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I may not go into, I mean, I may trust that on May 11th of 1979,
Yeah.
this person said this. I'm going to trust that. I'm not.
Yeah.
But there's, I agree.
Well, and even if somebody wanted to fact check it, at least you have a starting point. It's like, okay, I'll check those minutes first, you know, and make sure they
That's my biggest.
jive.
That's
Yeah.
my biggest thing is asking a question that'll tell me what direction to go in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been, yeah,
But, yeah, I
looking
don't-
stuff
I don't
up like that,
trust-
it'll speed you along like crazy. I mean, looking up loan guidelines and regulations and
Mhm.
properties and, you know, researching all sorts of random things. I don't know where to go all the time. And then, yeah, brainstorming and just kind of helping you pick directions, it can speed you up a lot.
I do use it for that. I do use AI for that.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm researching something that I'm not familiar with or that I need detail on, I will pop in a question. Most of the time it's worded incorrectly, but I will pop in a question so that it at least gets me going in the right direction and I know who to ask. That's
Yeah, you can get past that indecision point
Mhm.
and then just start moving, yeah.
Okay. So I would then entertain a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion to authorize 2 tier 2 seats for my town AI.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Brett McWhorter,
Aye.
Trustee Nick Manning.
Aye.
Trustee David Payton.
Aye.
Trustee Daniel Hennett.
Aye.
Trustee Andreas Esparza.
All right. Thank you all.
And I do have a note to work on a disclaimer and to talk about speaker ID and transcripting, so whether it's available now. So I do have those notes. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll see this again. Thank you for allowing us to get started on this. Yeah, I'll start out learning stuff and asking questions.
Okay. All right. So next item is committee appointments.
So this is, I'll kick it off and then this is your kind of discussion based on the discussion protocols. We changed what committees, trustee liaisons would be appointed to. So I have changed the committee information based on only committees where we have voting power or have a seat to vote. So, once you finish this discussion and have decided who's going to be appointed to what, the current liaisons will either need to call their current organizations and say, hey, no longer a liaison, but feel free to talk to Heather, or I can do that, whichever you prefer, but I will be looking for that instruction as well. So the committees in your packet are committees or boards or organizations where we actually have a vote and we do need a voting member appointed. So now it's up to you all to decide.
Okay. So we'll just go through the list. So Planning and Zoning Commission, our code requires me.
Not our code, I believe state statute.
State statute.
Oh, state
The
statute.
mayor, and
Okay.
then you can appoint another person.
Okay. So are you
I'm still
cool with
I'm
it?
fine.
Okay, is everybody cool with Brent? All right. Do we need to take formal votes?
Not yet.
Okay.
Once you guys.
We'll do it all as a board.
Yeah, I was just
or-
gonna say, once you guys figure it out,
Yeah.
I will confirm that I heard you correctly and then we'll
Mhm.
motion.
Okay. All right. Next one is tree board.
This does not require a trustee, but it is a town board.
Yeah.
Not an outside board. So I wanted to give you all the option if there's somebody who's interested. If not, it's not.
Anybody like trees?
Can I choose?
No?
I like choosing either one.
Okay.
I
Would you
trees,
like to?
I'll try it.
Okay. All right.
David.
So David would like to throw his hat in the ring. All right. TPR, Transportation Planning Region, second Thursday of every other month at 9 a.m.
I am currently the chair of that committee for CPR, so I'm happy to step down if the board instructs me. Otherwise, I'm happy to remain as the primary. I'm happy to remain as the primary voting member, and then we will use an alternate.
And I'm the alternate already.
And are you okay with
I'm
that?
fine with it.
Everybody okay with
Y'all
that?
just did it like a month ago,
Yeah, I know.
so it's fine.
Just want to make sure things can change in a month. Region 9, Southwest Colorado Economic Development, quarterly meetings at 9 a.m. Location varies.
That's me.
Still want to
I
do
like it, yeah, no.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
We do. Yeah, that's right, Jason.
Okay, Jason was the alternate. I can jump in as alternate.
Okay.
Okay. Andres?
They're all day
Alternate.
meetings, well,
Yeah.
And do they do them like remotely, or do you need to be there?
you
Like,
can do
how
it
does that?
remotely. Usually they're like, in Durango,
Okay.
but I usually go in person, but some folks do Zoom in for sure.
Okay. And they're
just-
all day meetings?
You should go to like 2 or 3.
Oof.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you just head out there.
Want to reconsider?
Yeah, I'm reconsidering right now. No, but he's an alternate.
Okay. All right.
I could do that.
And then we have Southwest Opioid Response District, SWORD, second Wednesday of every other month via Zoom. And is Justin on it right now, or?
No, it just started, that was me and then it was Jason.
It's Jason.
Okay, and so
So we do
it's,
need a primary and an alternate.
okay,
We started with staff while they were getting up and running. They're pretty much established, so if the trustee is interested, you're welcome. Otherwise, staff will be required to attend. We must have someone based on the MOU
right,
and the opioid class action settlement. We are required to have a member.
a representative, yeah.
So if the board, if nobody chooses it, then staff's gonna, we're gonna draw straws.
Short straw gets it.
Hopefully we're on.
Yeah. Anybody want to jump on that one?
I'm on 2 already, so.
Yeah. Well, Heather it is. No. And maybe Justin can be your
Justin will be the alternate.
alternate.
The board is-
That's right.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right.
So,
Okay, so if you would, or anybody have any questions, want to arm wrestle for position? Okay. Then go ahead and read the slate, and then somebody can say so moved, and we can have a second, and then we can vote.
so updated committee appointments, we are voiding all previous appointments. And for the Planning and Zoning Commission, Mayor Cindy Simpson and Mayor Pro Tem Brendan Porter. For the Tree Board, Trustee David Payton. For the Southwest Transportation Planning Region, Heather is the primary, and Mayor Pro Tem Brendan Porter is the alternate. For Region 9 Southwest Colorado Economic Development, Trustee Nick Manning is the primary, and Trustee Andres Esparza is the alternate. For SWORD, Southwest Opioid Response District, Town Administrator Heather Alvarez is the primary, and Marshal Justin Goodall is the alternate.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Do we need a per person vote? No? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Can I get you guys to raise your hand, whoever did the motion?
I motioned.
Okay,
Second.
thank you.
And staff will be reaching out to Trustee David Payton for the Tree Board and Trustee Andres Esparza for Region 9. You will hear from Region 9 and staff if you have any questions. Because those are the new changes.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me get back to my agenda here. Okay, so Just a quick run through for the items we currently have designated for the August 13, 2025 meeting. The workshop is yet to be determined. Consent agenda will consist at least of July 23 minutes, committee update reports, and July bills and claims, a 2025 work plan and financial update, a resolution to be determined, Series 2025 financial authorization update. And anybody?
2025 public art
Ooh,
proposals.
okay, public art proposals.
And tentative for the workshop, if nothing takes precedence, I'm really gonna try to have my act together to the 2026 operating draft
Ooh,
for regular
okay.
discussion.
Okay. Anybody have anything else they'd like to toss in the ring?
I think I'd like to have a discussion about our town's policies on road closures going forward with Grand.
Do you want that on the workshop?
Workshop would be great, I think, to discuss it.
Yeah, maybe add the parks preservation process to that, kind of talk about it all together.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
So roads and parks.
Event, yeah, kind of how events go down.
Okay. And so, what would you guys like?
Do you want me to send you the current information? Is that what?
That would be great.
So what I will do is the workshop will be the current, I'll give you what is currently in place.
Yes.
Current park preservation forms, and they're on our website, but I'll link you to them so you don't have to search for them. Current park preservation forms and current road closure
Yes.
information, and then you all take it from there. And I will ask staff if they don't have a prior commitment to be available, so we can answer any questions depending on what you're looking for.
Cool.
And I will provide information ahead of that to you all.
Okay. All right.
So, and if somebody thinks of something specific that's not addressed in current policy and procedure, send it to me.
Yes.
Or form, send it to me, and I'll make sure that we bring it in and we can answer it.
Perfect.
Otherwise, we can always bring it back to you.
Okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
So I will try, and if I do have time, I will try to get 2026 operating on the agenda, maybe as a discussion item.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're not behind budget schedule.
Okay.
So because we do have to present a rough draft of the entire budget to the public at the first meeting in October.
Right.
So we only have a couple of meetings between now and then, and I want you to see it.
Yeah.
We've got capital done, we've got projects done, now it's just operating. And then putting it all together. Okay.
Great. All right. Next item is executive session for a conference with the town attorney for purposes of receiving legal advice on specific legal questions under CRS section 24-6-4024B regarding water diversion location discussion. And I would entertain a motion.
This isn't the right.
Oh. No, that just goes, that's
Is the
just my
motion?
agenda.
It's item K. I made the motion.
I can just that, that's fine. Okay. I make a motion to enter executive session for a conference with the town attorney for the purposes of receiving legal advice on specific legal questions under CRS section 24-6-402 parentheses 4 parentheses B regarding water diversion location discussion.
Second.
All right. Will the clerk please call the vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Brett Report.
Aye.
Trustee Nick Manning. Aye. Trustee David Payton. Aye. Trustee Daniel Minnick.
Aye.
Trustee Andreas Esparza.
Aye.
All right.